All right, wrap-up show with John and Jim on a Sunday evening. What a weekend for Padres fans and the Padres in general. Bob Melvin speaks. The team listens. Apparently, they've won 3 straight in the desert. They're coming home with a 2.5-game lead on that final wild card spot. And they win today convincingly 6-1. Ever since I challenged Juan Soto to be better, Jim, he has over these last 3 games. That's what I did. I challenged him to be better. Padres win. Juan Soto has been better. I'm using my wife's computer tonight. Let me start there real quick. As you make your way in, please subscribe. We have year-round content for Padres fans. Smash the like button for us. Follow us on social media at John Schaefer, at Jim Russell SD. Please, if you want to support this channel, you can become a member by clicking the join button. If you want to make sure we get your comment here tonight, just click that $ in the chat box down below. We get to all of the super chats. We appreciate your support. I don't have the computer in front of me, but I think you can maybe, like, this is my screen on my MacBook Air, and it worked like 2 hours ago, and I don't know what happened. So Kristen says it's because I leave my computer on too much.
Probably.
Is that a reason? Is that a reason for this?
That's happened to me, and I had to get a new screen. Remember?
Yeah, I do. And how much did that cost you? Seriously, was it like 600, 800, 400?
No, it was like $300.
Okay. So you're saying go to the Genius Bar?
I did go to the Genius Bar. You got to go to the Genius Bar, and they're going to be like, "Yo, dude, this might cost like $1,000. You might have to buy a new computer." And yeah. And then you just say, "Okay, well, I want a new screen." And then they do a new screen. It's like $250.
I can't get into the Genius Bar until Thursday.
Wow. So what are you going to do for work?
I guess I'll bring Kristen's this computer that sucks, that has to always be plugged in, but better than having nothing, right?
Yeah, probably better than having nothing, John. It's okay, though.
So Wolfpack says boot to safe mode. Interesting.
I don't know what that.
Okay.
I don't know what that means, honestly.
Neither do I, but I can Google it.
So you can only get in on Thursday. That's the soonest time you got?
Yeah, that's UTC. I don't know if I can go somewhere else, like Fashion Valley. This is funny. No, I didn't. It worked this afternoon. It did. It worked this afternoon. What's going on, Carter? All right, we'll get into my computer later. Padres win. They do so. I mean, this is a hell of a weekend, led by starting pitching, led by Juan Soto. We specifically called out the starting pitching.
Oh, no. Did I lose John already? I think I lost John. John. Oh, no. He can't hear me. Oh, my God. He can't hear me or see me. I think his computer's all messed up. Oh, no. He can't hear me. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, no. Okay, so John literally can't see me or hear me right now. John's frozen. Oh, no. Oh, no. Here we go. Okay, hold on. Oh, okay. I got He says he has to do it on his phone. All right, this is just a shit show. Now I'm all messed up. Hold on. Working on the fly here. Send John that. All right. I think that will work. Yep, we start off the rails. We don't even get close to being on the rails. We are completely off the rails in the computer. Jim suck. Oh no. I am so sorry, guys. Oh no. Everything is messed up. Oh, I got the McDonald's money. John, it's a Starbucks. Yep, pretty much. Yep. Yeah. I know. Jim's back to being Jim. Thank you, Jimmy R. Carrying the wrap-up show like Jimmy. Carrying it. Dude, don't even get me started on that, bro. Man. Everything is awesome. Everything is a shit show. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, with Jimmy G, I guess. All right. Well, we're waiting for John. My girl's at the Bad Bunny concert. I can watch the show with no interruptions, but your internet sucks. Dude, I know. I don't know what to do. It just happened. All right, I see John back.
What the fuck?
What happened, dude?
I mean, seriously, like you can hear me, right?
No.
What happened is, can you hear me or not?
No. John, are you there?
Now
John.
you're fucking with me. Okay, first of all, you're gonna have to pull everything up, and I don't have any reads in front of me either.
Oh, great.
Yeah, but we should be fine actually with that. Jesus. So what happened is my one computer is shot, and then my second computer. Let me show it to you. Hold on.
Okay.
This is Kristen's horseshit computer.
Just break it.
The battery doesn't work unless it's plugged in. It's plugged in, but twice it's just turned off.
So it just died? It just died on you?
Just die. I mean, it just dies. I mean, I don't even know what to say. You know?
Oh man. Okay.
God, what a way to start the week. It's gonna be an interesting week, man.
Oh yeah.
Can I do weight room off my phone tomorrow? I would assume so.
Oh shit, that's right. I don't know.
Okay. That's all I'm gonna say. All right, yeah. Sorry, guys. I literally am gonna buy. I don't know what I'm gonna do, Jim. I'm either gonna buy a laptop on Thursday or go to the Genius Bar and get it figured out.
We might have to just. I don't know. Well, shit.
Yeah, you could say that again. When you do what we do, I could use a computer.
Can you see the comments on the screen at least?
No. I mean, you can see when you put. Yeah, I can keep the chat up, but then I can't really see you.
Oh, cool. Can you see this? Can you see 619 cam? I pulled them up right there.
Yeah. Starting pitching, bullpen, Drury, and Soto this series. What a great weekend. Hopefully the players-only meeting turns the Padres around. Always look forward to the show on LFGSD. Thank you, Cam, and everyone that's here. My apologies for what's going on, but everyone has had a computer issue now and again. I would just say this, Jim, because I've said for weeks and weeks and weeks that, when is Bob Melvin going to like prove his worth? And we said this, it's always going to be a possibility, like over 162. Is he going to avoid the second half meltdown of 2021? And he has done that. I mean, this isn't going to be the same as last year. We now know that. Because they played better over the last 3 or 4 weeks than they did over the 3 or 4 weeks leading up to this time in 2021. But then you go back to Thursday night, they lose in the desert. They're embarrassed. He basically calls out the team publicly and then speaks with them privately. The next day, there's a players-only meeting. And at least in the short term, it's worked. I mean, the last 3 days, they played much better baseball. I mean, much better baseball. And a lot of that has to do with starting pitching, but the offense has been better as well. So I got to give some credit here to Bob Melvin. Like Jace Tingler could never turn the tides a year ago. And Bob Melvin seemingly has this team in a much better position. Still have to get in, still have to play decently over these final 15 games. But I think he deserves some credit based on the way this team played the last 3 days.
Absolutely. I think not only does Bob Melvin deserve credit, the players deserve credit because they could have gone, I mean, 2 ways here. I mean, you get called out publicly by your manager the way that you did. I mean, I had a feeling Friday night they would respond in a big way, and they did. And they've carried that throughout the weekend, and they've played excellent baseball. And Juan Soto feels like he's back. I think Friday night was the night, like we talked about Friday night, the biggest at bat of that game, even before we heard what he said, was that opposite field double, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he said, it's like, dude, when I start hitting the ball that way, like everything just comes together. Since you said that he should be cut from the team, he's hitting 417.
I did not say that.
I mean, you said, why did they even trade for Juan Soto? He's a bum.
No, I didn't say that at all.
They should bench him.
I said I would sit him one day, and when you're 3 for 48 going into a game, And when you're getting booed at Petco Park by 40,000 people, I think there's a lot of people that agreed with me. With that being said, they needed him to get out of this, and he seemingly has done it. Like you said, had the double and 3 RBI game Friday night, and then today follows it up 3 for 4 with a home run and a double. He's hitting the ball to all fields, which he's talked about as he's going to get out of a slump when he's able to do that. So yeah, I mean, it's
What
huge. I mean, if this team's going to make a run, they obviously are going to need Juan Soto.
What can you remember a time this year where Manny and Soto hit a home run in the same game and they won?
Today.
I think today.
Yeah, I don't think it's happening again. Other than that, because, well, was there that one game they won 2-1 against the Nats? Who else homered that game? Weren't there
Josh
2
Bell.
solo home runs? Okay, Josh Bell. So, no, I mean, well, Soto's only hit 4 home runs. So there's only 4 instances that you could look at.
But here we go. Like, could this be the start of a Manny Soto hot streak down the stretch here?
Be great timing. Yeah, and I saw the Soto quotes. I think Dennis Lin had some of them. Like, Soto basically quoted as saying, like, now is the time to get hot. Like, if we get hot now, look out. And that's what you're saying. That's what Jorge's saying. Jorge, thank you for the super. Thank you for your membership. He says maybe this is the beginning of what we were waiting for since August. I mean, maybe. I think it's a good series win. I mean, after losing game 1, Arizona's been better in the second half. Now you get the off day. You can move Manaea out of this Cardinals series, which I think is a big win. 3 against the Cardinals, 3 in Colorado, and then you close with Dodgers, White Sox, Giants. I think that's the right order. So those are your 15 games. I mean, you're 2.5 up with a tiebreaker. Brewers play tomorrow night against the Mets, so you can gain a half game or lose a half game tomorrow night. Thank the Lord the Yankees finally won a game against Milwaukee. But, all of a sudden with this 2.5 game lead plus the tiebreaker, Jim, I mean, 15 games. You don't have to be perfect, I wouldn't think, unless Milwaukee's going to be perfect. I mean, you go 8-7, and you're putting a lot of pressure on Milwaukee to go something like 11-4 or 12-3 or whatever the math would be. Like, so you win half your games here, and you should find yourself in the postseason.
Yeah, and we've been waiting for that. Like, where's the turning point in the season? Like, I still have to wait because it has to now ride into the rest of this week against the Cardinals and against the Rockies. But man, I'll tell you what, Melvin and what he said Friday night, and then the players only meeting before the game, which kind of sounds like it may have gotten kind of tense. Like, people have been told to put egos check them at the door, and it's not about personal goals. It's about team success here. And then you go out and you see Blake Snell pitch the way he did this weekend, along with Musgrove the other night, which was huge. I mean, Musgrove on Saturday. Granted, I didn't watch any of the game because I was at the Wave game.
It must be nice.
Yeah, it was nice, actually. Great, pretty good. It was fun.
Thanks for the invite.
You're welcome. But wasn't it like your anniversary on Saturday night?
Yeah, thanks for the invite for both of us.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, cool. Yeah. That to me is one of the biggest things. Like, yes, Juan Soto theoretically coming back, Brandon Drury being a fucking godsend to this team. Manny continuing to hit. How about let's play Campusano a little bit more? Campusano a little bit more. Like,
yeah, yesterday. How about him?
I think I don't think the stage is too too much for him. There's been a lot of like talk about how he can't, he's not good with the pitchers. He's overmatched catching them. Like, he caught a shutout last night and hit a home run off
and
homer. Gallen.
Yeah, I think it's a fake narrative.
It is.
Yeah,
it is.
I really believe that. Then the reason you'll say, well, why isn't he playing? Because they have 3 catchers. So you have 2 veteran catchers in front of him, and I think that's limited his playing time. And I don't think that's very debatable. I don't think it has to do with his, prospects moving forward, so to speak. I don't think it has to do with the fact that he hasn't performed. He's had limited opportunities. I mean, he's hit in AAA, then he gets the big leagues. He has limited opportunities. He's the 3rd catcher, but I like seeing that. There's no question about it.
All right, we have a super chat here from our buddy Jorge. He said, maybe this is the beginning of what we were waiting for since August. Hopefully. I mean, after that embarrassing loss on Thursday night, to come back and not just win games like 2-1 or 5-4, like These were dominating wins. They were dominating. Friday night, they beat the shit out of the Diamondbacks. Saturday night, it was a low-scoring game for the Padres.
2-0, yeah.
But dominating pitching, right? Against Zach Gallen, you'll take that absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And then today, in control the entire time. 2 runs in the first inning, run in the second inning. You're up 3-0. Darvish is, pitching great. By the way, that umpire dude, do you see that call?
Yeah. Well, I saw the first base runner reach because I was watching it.
I thought Mud was going to say, "Holy shit!"
Yeah, he threw like 4 pitches down. He threw like 5 strikes, and like 3 of them were called balls, or he threw 4 strikes and 2 of them were called balls. It was stupid.
Yeah, again, umpires in this league get worse and worse every single game. And these were convincing wins, and everything you wanted to see this team start doing, they started doing this in the last 3 games of the series. Pitching better with Joe Musgrove, right? Hitting the ball, better offense with especially Juan Soto. You got it. Is exactly what you wanted these final 3 games. Now the biggest question is, can they keep this going through the Cardinals series? Can they keep this going through the Rockies series? Can they get a 4.5 game lead going into the final week of the season? That's a huge thing.
Yeah, you're playing 2 elite teams in St. Louis and LA, and the other 3 teams you're playing are very beatable, although you don't play well in Colorado. The Giants can be tricky, obviously, and we don't know what we're going to get with the White Sox. But you're playing 2 elite teams in St. Louis and LA. And if you can go 3-3 in those 6 games, which are all at home against St. Louis and LA, I think you'd be pretty well positioned with those other 9 games where you'd only have to go maybe you go 5-4 in those other 9 games, and then you're 8-7. I think 8-7 is going to be hard to keep this team out of the playoffs. With Milwaukee still having the Mets, with Milwaukee still having 2 against the Cardinals, like it's not like they have this cakewalk anymore. I think they still have probably an easier schedule, but yeah, I'm with you. Can you play well against the Cardinals? Can you win a series at home against St. Louis? We're going to find out.
Thank you for the super chat here, Erie Fan Geek. He says, single dad, hard to donate, always like to spread word. All good, man.
Appreciate that, man. Yeah, you don't have to. No one has to do that, but we do appreciate your support of this channel, guys.
He says, 1 a rental, 1 on a contract year. 1 will be cheap, 1 will be expensive. Has to be low. Oh, Beller Myers. 1 a rental, right. 1 on a contract year. 1 will be cheap, 1 will be expensive. Money has to be low.
Well, the money's going to
choose.
Be right. Bell's not going to have. I think Bell's going to get. He's going to get multiple years, right? After a year like this, where he's been productive. I know he hasn't been as productive in the second half. Myers is going to be a complete flyer deal wherever he ends up. You're going to get a 1-year rental, I would think, for someone like Will Myers. For something like a Tommy Pham deal with Cincinnati this year would be my guess. A deal like that, I would think Bell would be more than that. I don't know how much more. I don't think Bell's getting like a 4 or 5 year deal, but I think you get maybe multiple years, and I think you get more than Will Myers. But maybe Myers comes back, Jim, because it's just he wants to come back and he'll take pennies on the dollar. He's not getting $20 million a year. He's probably not getting $10 million a year, but maybe 1 year, 7.5. He's back in the Padres uniform next year.
And I don't think he's fully healthy this year. I think the knee's been an issue all year long for him. You're going to need a first baseman next year. I agree. If you can get Will for a cheap 1-year deal, yeah, but where he's going, right? He's going to Colorado on a 2-year deal, and he's hit 35 home runs there.
You're probably right. Can you really get 2 years off this deal? That would be off this year. Yeah. I don't know, man. It's been a pretty wasted season. Now, you're right. Last month, he's played better. Maybe. I'd be surprised. I think he gets a 1-year deal. But you're right. It could be San Francisco. It could be Colorado. That wouldn't surprise me at all.
Thank you, Juan, for this generous super chat. Appreciate that, man.
Juan?
He says, I'm taking full credit of breaking the curse 2 days in a row, and I'm doubling up my call. We will go on the streak we all have been waiting for. Now we just trail Atlanta. I think I might fly back home if we can seal the deal. That's right. They are now in the 5th seed, John.
That's right. Philadelphia gets swept in Atlanta. By the way, look at the Philly schedule. Their last 10 games, Jim, are on the road. So where the Brewers have 9 straight at home, where the Padres have 9 straight at home, the Phillies have 10 consecutive road games, including a 3-game series in Houston to end the year. So Very challenging for Philadelphia. They still play Atlanta again. They still play Houston. I looked. They have a 4-game series in D.C., which doesn't sound tricky, but who the hell knows? There's a doubleheader in one of those days late in the season. So, yeah, the 5th spot, which would mean that the Padres go to Atlanta. The 6th spot, which is going to mean the Padres go to St. Louis. We can have that conversation as well. But, Juan, thank you for the generous super chats. Thank you for trying to break this curse. At least in the short term, it appears as if it has worked based on what has happened over the course of the weekend. I mean, we could argue about 5th seed this, 6th seed that, who you get if you win a series, who you get in the first round. I just say right now, just get in. It's too close for comfort. If they get a 5-game lead with 6 to play, we can have that discussion. But with this 2.5-game lead with 15 to play, I'm still concerned about just getting in, to be honest.
Look, let's be real here. They have not lost a game since Relationship Girl showed her face on the wrap-up show. Just saying.
Good point. That's a fair point. That's a fair point. They also haven't lost a game since I said bench Juan Soto.
And they haven't lost
also
a game
haven't
since
lost
Heather. Yeah. I mean, and also Sproles the dog. Yeah. Like they're
right.
Undefeated since.
Yeah,
and not a coincidence.
Bob Melvin calling out his team, that might have played a role.
No.
Had nothing to do with the Padres.
No. We know the reason why. We know the reason why.
That's great.
Thanks again, you, Trevor. Appreciate that, man. Trevor says, "Thank you for being here for us all year, good and bad."
Well, we appreciate you guys hanging out with us. I will say this, like literally we are here for you guys all year. Like where to the point where I've gone through 2 computers tonight. Now I'm on my iPhone 11 to do this show, but the show doesn't stop. I mean, the show doesn't stop for AirPod, iPhones, Airphones, whatever the hell my computer's called, AirBooks.
It's called a MacBook, bro.
I don't know what the hell they're called, but I'm pissed at my computer. I do know that.
Oh, man. Yeah, I'm pissed at your computer too because all I'm going to hear about this week is about your computer. Know that.
Correct. That'll be literally all the show.
The entire
We're gonna bring
show.
on like a Mac specialist tomorrow, 310.
We should.
So wait, how do I get to safe mode? Wait, what do I hold down?
Thanks, Trevor. Thank you, Alex. 81 wins, 2 away from the first one. Actually, 1 win away from their first winning season since 2010, by the way.
So wait, I don't have anything in front of me. Padres' record right now is
81. They have 81 wins. I know that.
81 and 66?
Yeah.
Pretty good. Their season high water mark is 17 over. They're now 15 over. So they're getting back in that territory. To your point, and to Alex's point, 1 more win. And you've got that winning season. Now, not good enough, in my opinion. No. If you got a winning season, then you're not in. But
you've clinched 500
wins. Yeah, and you got, can you imagine?
Dude,
they won 81 and 81. No. Nice year. They won 82 and 80. Nice year. No, it's not.
Nice year. No.
At this point, it's got to be kind of 88, or I mean, it's get in or bust. But I'm thinking you got to get to 88. I would think 88 is 7 and 8. Got to find a way to do that after all of this. I think with all these home games, you got 12 home games in your final 15. Got to get to 88 wins. I think they can do better than that. I guess there's a scenario where they do worse than that as well. But if they get to 88, you're putting pressure on Philadelphia and Milwaukee. And my guess is it's going to be enough. But it could come down to the final day or two. You get to 89, 90, you should be clearly in.
Yeah. All right, John, let's get to our title sponsor here, man.
Yes, please. Mark Nimitz, Farmers Insurance, Auto, Home, Renter's Life, Earthquake Insurance. Mark is your guy. If you have insurance needs, I've told you about this for months and months and months. I was just talking to someone actually in my community today about Mark and about the claim we recently had in here. But I've got my homeowners and my earthquake insurance through Mark Nimitz. And then within months of me switching my insurance to Mark, we had a claim. And he literally saved us thousands of dollars. And he made the process quick and easy and simple. If you switch to Mark right now, you can literally save $750 on your insurance. Auto, home, renter's life, earthquake. Get to his website. There's a link down below. You're going to get everything you need, whether it's the quote, which you can get online, all of his contact information. He's a native San Diegan. He is a huge Padres fan. He will talk to you about your insurance needs. He'll also talk to you about the Padres. So he's just a great insurance agent with great service and communication, born and raised here, can save you $750 on your insurance. There's a link down below. He's been the title sponsor of this channel since day one. We're not doing this channel without the support of Mark Nimitz. So if you want to support a San Diegan that does business with us, and if you have an insurance need, and I know you will at some point over the next year because everyone goes through that renewal process, please get in contact with Mark Nimitz at Farmers Insurance.
Yeah, all his information is always above my head. mnimitz at farmersagent.com. When you reach out to him, let him know that John and Jim from the Wrap-Up Show sent you.
Thanks, Mark.
Thanks, Mark.
Thanks, Mark.
We've got some supers here from Sean. Thanks, Sean. Makes you wonder if our players are having too much of a social life after games, strip clubs, etc.
Wait, what makes you wonder? The way they've played this year? Or the way they've played these last 3 days? Did Melvin basically say, hey, stay in your room? Nobody's going out. Nobody.
Well, I
don't know if it had to do with that, did it?
I guarantee you, I would bet my life savings, which is not a lot, or like $100.
You'd bet $90 what?
I bet $90 that a majority of the team is at Bad Bunny right now.
A majority of the team. Yeah, probably, because the game ended. What time would they have been back in San Diego? Maybe around 7 o'clock.
And you know why I know that is because I saw Bob Scanlon was there. So if Bob's there, that means
if Bob Scanlon's there, then that's a good point. Well, they got Monday off, so they can do whatever the hell they want tonight.
Yes, they are at Bad Bunny for sure. Yeah. You don't think Bad Bunny planned it this way? Like looking at the schedule. Remember when they announced Bad Bunny on Saturday night at Petco Park, and then like 3 days later,
they added Sunday.
Yeah. By the way, we're gonna add Sunday too.
I thought they added Sunday because they sold out Saturday, but maybe.
Well, probably that, but still, it worked perfectly because they played the day game today, and they're in Arizona, so it's not really a long travel, literally like an hour, and you're back in San Diego with plenty of time to get to Petco Park with Bad Bunny. So
what a week for the Padres! I saw Joe Musgrove and Juan Soto at Monday Night Football in Seattle, and now Sunday night they're hanging out at Bad Bunny at Petco Park. Plus, they're winning some games.
I mean, Juan Soto has been wearing Bad Bunny gear like all the time. That's like what he wears.
So perfect. That's a good week for Juan Soto. Monday Night Football, break out of your
He's getting hot.
Plus Bad Bunny.
He's getting hot.
Yeah,
love it.
But yeah, I don't know about the social life after games. All I know is, they've won the last 3.
Right. You'll take it. All right, Gus. Thank you. He says to go 3-3 against Cards in LA, you need 2-1 against St. Louis.
Yeah, you could argue that.
Yeah,
could argue that. Saying that you're going to lose a series to the Dodgers because you just can't beat the Dodgers.
Right.
You saw that back and forth I had with some fan like a week ago. Like, John, you said there was a chance that the Padres beat the Dodgers in a series. I'm like, well, yeah, because every baseball team has a chance to win a series against every baseball team. I mean, the Nationals won a series against the Dodgers at Dodger Stadium this year. The Pirates, I think, won 2 series against the Dodgers this year. So, yeah, I get Gus's line of thinking. It's more likely to win a series against St. Louis than it is against the Dodgers. I would still hold out hope. I don't think it's like the Dodgers are literally playing for nothing. You haven't won a series against them since the middle of 2021. I mean, maybe you can win a series. Again, maybe it's wishful thinking, but I don't think it's going to be like the ninth wonder of the world if the Padres take 2 out of 3 from the Dodgers in late September.
Right. Exactly. But just win series. Like the only series you lose the rest of the year is to the Dodgers, you're in.
Then you're good. Yep. Oh, no doubt.
Jared, relationship girl and Heather, they are the reasons that the Padres are winning.
Is that spelled correctly?
Just one N.
That's what I thought. What's up, Jared?
What's up, man? Glad you're feeling better. Let's see here. I think we're all caught up here. Yeah, we're all caught up. I'm sorry if I missed your super. I apologize.
Well, let us know if we did.
So they are at Petco Park. I saw a video. I don't know where's the video at. I see this video. Oh, Soto on his IG. Told you. I knew it.
Come on, Jim.
And Clevenger posted that they're there too. Yeah. There is everybody's there tonight. For sure.
What about Tatis?
He might have gone last night. But
is that true?
That's off the record.
Oh, it's off the record. You just said it on the wrap-up show. That's not off the record.
Shit. I know. Honestly, I have no clue. I
mean, I don't see why he couldn't go. I mean, he's not suspended from Bad Bunny concerts.
No, and him and Bad Bunny are like tight. But if he went, I bet you he little hoodie.
Put a hoodie on.
Yeah. I'm in the back of the booth. I'm just
right.
whatever. So yeah, but yeah, they're all there. I got to look at it. I have not seen other videos.
How have you not been on Soto's Instagram over the last hour? I'm surprised. It's very surprising to me
I'm an
that you would
idiot.
have missed that.
I'm an idiot.
I will say this: the starting pitching this series, we talked about the last 3 days, but Manaea 5 innings, 2 runs for the 4 games at a 1.13. Starters in the 4-game series against Arizona had a combined 1.13 ERA. That's how to win, and they
Is that
had
good?
not been as good. Yeah. I mean, starting pitching for this team in the second half has not been nearly as good as it was in the first half. Offense hasn't been nearly as good recently as it has been, at least at points. I mean, 3 days ago, this was the worst offense in baseball, basically, in the month of September. But you awake Juan Soto and you change the complexion of this lineup. Simple as that. I mean, when you have someone that's capable of slugging 1,200 and getting on base 50% of the time when everything's going perfectly for him, then you can change a lineup. And you have someone like Manny Machado who's consistently produced 300 hitter, 900 OPS. You add in the likes of Josh Bell, and I mean, shit. I mean, Jose Azocar has been unbelievable over the last 3 weeks. Jake Cronenworth is capable. You know, they got capable parts. They have, and again, when it starts with Soto and Machado, this is a team. There's going to be a reason why. I think Jeff Passan wrote, like, this team's an enigma. Like, this can be as good as any team in baseball, or they could miss the playoffs. He wrote that like 2 or 3 weeks ago when he was talking about Machado in his 4th year of this contract. And I mean, I think that's accurate. I mean, they've been completely helter-skelter. They've had some good moments. They've had bad moments. But I do think the team that faces them in the postseason, assuming they get in, is in for a little bit of a tricky proposition because of the Padres starting pitching, because of Manny Machado and Juan Soto. And if the Padres are playing with house money, I mean, who knows? I mean, a best of 3 series against the Atlanta Braves or St. Louis Cardinals, is it impossible to imagine that they could win it with a hot Juan Soto and Manny Machado and Joe Musgrove, Blake Snell, Yu Darvish? I don't think it's impossible.
Right. I got a wrap question for tomorrow. What's more important for the stretch run for the final 2 weeks of the year? Their starting pitching or their offense?
Yeah, starting pitching. I mean, you know, not a great tease since I'm saying it right now as opposed to tomorrow. But I mean, I don't think there's any question. It's got to be starting pitching, right? Agree? Has to be.
But then you see, okay, if you have great starting pitching, but you can't score any fucking runs, it's a little bit of a problem.
Yeah, but you know, they won Saturday night 2-0. You know, Soto that night was 0 for 3.
Right. No, and you're right.
You know,
like as bad as I want to say hitting, right? I want to say that you need the offense to be hot down the stretch here. But if the offense gets hot and then your pitching stumbles, right? That's going to be a major problem. In the postseason, pitching wins you championships. Like, that's end of story. Pitching, bullpen, and the back end of your bullpen wins you championships. You know, like, how many times have we seen a team go in the postseason with like the greatest offense ever and then get completely shut down by good pitching?
how many?
A lot.
17.
Yeah, 17. But still,
17 times it's happened.
But also you can't go through the final 2 weeks of the season with like a team that can't score runs, because we've seen how that looks, John, and it's fucking miserable.
Yeah, but if I could get one or the other, if I could take a team that gets good pitching and a lack of hitting as opposed to hitting and no pitching, I mean, I get it. You're kind of screwed either way.
Right. Like,
But I think I'd take the pitching.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, like, you take the pitching, but also taking the offense and just hoping that the pitching stays upright. Like, I might have to go that route, just because
there's that too.
We've seen how this has played out with this team offensively at times, and it's very bad.
Yeah, no, you're right. I agree with that.
Let's get to our buddy Omar here, shall we?
Yeah, please do. Omar Sanchez, Edge Home Finance. Loansbyomar.com, his brand new website. He is here to help all Padres fans with their mortgage needs. If you are a first-time home buyer, Omar Sanchez can help. If you are interested in refinancing, Omar can help. He is a San Diegan that is a huge Padres fan. that also is a graduate of San Diego State. Because of your help, we got him over 100 Instagram followers on Friday night. He just launched this Instagram page. Now we're trying to get him to 125. He actually texted me over the weekend and said, thank you for helping me get to 100 Instagram followers. If you can keep pushing it, if we get to 125 on Sunday, that'd be awesome. So if you have Instagram, if you have a second screen right now, which is something I don't have because I have like 5 broken computers and my iPhone, please go to Instagram and search loans.byomar and give our buddy Omar Sanchez a follow there. Again, though, scan the QR code on the screen. Call him at 619-387-7798. Go to loansbyomar.com. He's got a brand new website that has all the information you need if you're interested in purchasing a home or refinancing. Everything you need, the education tab at the top left-hand corner. Check out the website by scanning the QR code or going to loansbyomar.com. But again, if you're on Instagram, we'd love to get him over 125 Instagram followers tonight if possible. So open up Instagram for us and give him a follow. Let us know if you're doing that in the chat. We'll pull up your chat comment right now at loans.byomar. So just search loans.byomar. He's a huge supporter of this channel. If you want to support a local business, please get in contact with Omar Sanchez at Edge Home Finance.
Or you can text him 619-387-7798. When you reach out to Omar, let him know that John and Jim from the Wrap-Up Show sent you. Also, you can scan the QR code there, top of the screen, take you to his website, loansbyomar.com. He's got everything you need for all your loan and mortgage needs. Again, when you reach out to our buddy Omar, let him know that John and Jim from the Wrap-Up Show sent you.
Isn't it amazing how many twists and turns there are over the course of 162? I mean, to think about Thursday night when Bob Melvin calls out his team, is incredibly frustrated. I can only imagine what we sounded like if we went back and listened to or watched Thursday's show. Then we were on the air Friday, John and Jim on San Diego Sports 760, and everyone was frustrated. Padres fans, callers, social media. But with the extra wild card spots and the length of the season and the position that the Padres put themselves in the first half by playing good baseball, I mean, they were capable of hanging around all year, even without playing great baseball in the second half. That's what's happened. They've been a 500 team basically over the last 100 games, now a couple of games over. But you got an expanded playoff, and you just need to hang around. And they've been able to hang around. Now they've played better, and now they are positioned to make it. I mean, I think at this point, clearly it would be a collapse if you didn't make it with the 2.5 game lead of 15 to play and a tiebreaker. But they put themselves in a position where they don't even have to be perfect. They don't have to win every single night. And they can get themselves in the postseason in a full season for the first time in forever if they can finish off these next 2.5 weeks.
Right. And, I do think I'm not going to say Friday was the turning point, but Friday was definitely a wake-up call, like 100%. Or Thursday, excuse me. Thursday was definitely a wake-up call. From the way they played that night to your manager openly calling you out to the media and in the clubhouse. That to me was something this team desperately needed. And maybe hopefully we'll look back at Thursday and be like, that loss was the best thing that could have happened to this team.
You're right. That's a great point. That's a great point. It is possible, Jim. You're right. I mean, clearly the manager has the respect of the players. That's very clear. Now, has he gotten the most out of the players all season long? Maybe. I mean, they're 15 games over 500 without Fernando Tatis Jr. It's not like they've had the worst season in franchise history. It's actually one of their better seasons. With all that being said, they've just middled for a long period of time. They've had highs and lows. But if this team gets in playing good baseball, Bob Melvin gets credit for that. If this team continues good play in late September into October, then the sky's the limit. Because I do think they have a roster that talent-wise could position themselves to make a run. Because unlike 2020, they didn't have starting pitching in 2020. This year they do. In 2020, they had, comparable offense, Tatis and Machado. Well, now they have Soto and Machado. And some parts around those players as well, like the addition of Josh Bell, Brandon Drury, Jake Cronenworth, 2-time All-Star. So, I think you have enough offense. You just have better starting pitching than you had in 2020. And by the way, without starting pitching, you won a series in 2020. So, no, Bob Melvin gets credit. If this team is able to finish this thing off and just make the postseason, I give him credit. If they can win a series in the postseason, he's going to get a lot of credit.
Absolutely. Let's go to our buddy Jake, who was at
What's
the
up,
game
Jake?
today.
Yes,
actually.
yes.
I know he was like, should I go to Thursday's game or should I go to Sunday's game? And we both
forget
said,
Thursday.
no, Sunday. Go Sunday. It's Yu Darvish Day.
That was
So
good.
he actually had a great day because he got the bullpen ball from Ruben
That's
Niebla.
amazing. I love that.
He said, wow, a win plus you plus 13 and 22 homer. Machado single off Gallon equals great day. Go Padres, hashtag reach around show, and Soto breaking out. Padres are finally good. Well, they've been good. Hopefully this, and I won't say it yet because it's just 3 games, but hopefully this is the start of the hot streak and hot stretch that we have literally been hoping for.
Would you say it with a win on Tuesday night over the Cardinals? Or do you need 2 out of 3 to be convinced that this team has fully turned the corner post Melvin's outburst, so to speak, Thursday night?
Yeah, take 2 or 3 from the Cardinals. I will say on Friday, yeah, this team got the wake-up call that it desperately needed, and it worked.
Yeah, I tend to agree with that because I think at this point of the year, if you get 5 out of 6, they've won 3 straight. They take 2 of the next 3. They shouldn't be in worse playoff positioning. They should be in comparable, if not better, playoff positioning. Then you have 12 to play. I mean, you're well set up. Again, nothing's official until it's official. I mean, they still have to get in, and there have been ridiculous collapse over baseball history. And we're talking about the Padres here, so nothing's a guarantee. But if you win 2 out of 3 against the Cardinals, I feel as if then the team has turned the corner if that happens. Now, if you lose 2 out of 3 to the Cardinals, then what do we really know about this team?
Depends how they play. Like you gotta, like if you lose to it, I don't know, man. It's just tough, dude. Because like
it is
losing 2 or 3. That's all that matters. I don't care how well they play. It could be a 2-1 games every game, right? And you still lose a series. That you lost a series. Who cares?
Right. No,
it's all
you're
about
right.
winning.
Especially this time of year, man. I don't care how they win. That goes back to your chicken egg conversations. You want good pitching. You want good hitting. I don't even care. If they win one game 1-0 and win another 15-14, whatever. If Hader gives up 5 runs in a 15-14 win, I'll be like, it sucked, but they won. Like that's all that matters right now.
That would suck.
That'd be weird if that happened. I'm trying to imagine how that could happen, but whatever. Possible.
Let's see here. Thank you, Alec, for the super chat. He says, I'd rather go hot now going into the playoffs instead of being hot early and then slow down going into the playoffs. Mm-hmm. Whoever hit wins in October.
Right.
Well, I think, yes, I agree with that part. You definitely want to go into the postseason playing your best baseball. You want to punch your ticket. You don't want to back your way in. You want to go grab. You want to go get that. You want to grab that playoff spot. You don't want to say we made the postseason because the team that was behind us couldn't win any games. You know, like you want to take it. And right now, after Thursday night, after that collapse on Thursday night, they've done a good job. And thank God the Yankees finally won a freaking game today over the Brewers. So they're 2.5 up, technically 3.5 up. Do the Brewers play tomorrow? Do you know that, John?
They do. They play game 1 of a 3-game series against the Mets at home.
Go Mets. So yeah, I think obviously going into the postseason, playing your best baseball, that's what you want. And there's going to be no layoff here, by the way, once you make the postseason, if you do, because the wild card round starts that Friday and your season ends on Wednesday.
Yeah, and that's okay. I mean, I guess that's a good point though, because you got travel. You have real travel. You're not going to San Francisco or LA. You're going to St. Louis or Atlanta. Likelihood. So yeah, no, it's fine. They'll be fine. Playing Wednesday, traveling Thursday, and then playing game 1 of a best of 3 series on Friday. And they'll play Wednesday afternoon to wrap up the regular season.
And I will say, like you said, whoever hits wins in October. I will say whoever has timely hits wins in October. That's the biggest thing.
Well, and even to Alex's point, I think some of it is about, whoever's hot wins in October.
Oh, whoever's hot. Oh, he might have spelled it wrong. Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I'm thinking that he's saying, that's my one knock on the Dodgers. And not my one knock on the Dodgers. They've been hot all year, and they're over 100 wins at this point. I mean, they can still win, 110. My knock would be they haven't played really pressure-packed games all season. I mean, since June 1st, they've run away with this thing. So they've been playing at ease for 3 months. They've been cruising through their opponents and opposition, but they basically ease into the postseason. They're going to take a week off because they're not playing in the wild card round. Could they be susceptible once they get in? Maybe. I'm not saying
Maybe.
it's some easy. I don't think it's easy to knock them off, and I don't know who would do it. I'm not saying it's necessarily San Diego, or is it Atlanta, St. Louis, the New York Mets, whomever. But when you cruise like this, and when you got 20-game leads in your division for the second half of the season, and basically every game you play, win or lose, has no impact on whether you're going to the postseason or not. I think they're going to face some pressure that they have not faced at any point all year. How do they deal with it? We'll find out.
Yes, we will. Thank you, Nick, for the super chat. Appreciate you, man.
What's up, Nick?
Only 3 more games on the road. Yep, that's this upcoming weekend in Colorado. Not sure if that's a good thing or bad thing, considering their offense at home.
It's a great point.
Yeah, about that.
Well, Juan Soto said he was looking forward to coming home. I mean, Soto's been very there have been some bad moments at home. I think with, the crowd has gotten on him occasionally. Maybe it's not him. Maybe they've just gotten on the team. They go down 1-0. It feels like they're down 5-0. But Soto said he's excited to get back home. Typically, you'd think it's a good thing. I mean, as opposed to the opposite, can you imagine if they close to 12 of the next 15 on the road? Kind of like the Phillies have, I think, coming up. Yeah. And imagine if you had to close through Houston and Washington. I know they suck, but you have to go all the way out east or something like that. So that's not the case. They have very little travel. It's a great point from Nick. I mean, think about that. They're going to Denver. Over the next 17 days, they have a 3-day trip in Denver. They're basically in San Diego for the next 17 days. And can they win in front of 40,000 people that are supporting them over the next 2 weeks? And they don't have to win it. They don't have to win. Yeah, they don't have to win every game. But, can they play their way in here through home games? It is going to be wild. It's going to be awesome. I think it's going to feel like October and September because this team is vying for the postseason over the next 2.5 weeks.
Yep. People are saying, let's go Mets in the chat. Rich said, let's go Mets.
Yep. That's a good point.
Caitlin says, let's go Mets. Let's see here. Yeah, it's going to be Scherzer versus Burns tomorrow. Go Mets. Ooh. Yes, let's go Mets. For sure.
It was last time it was a day off for the Padres. The Brewers played 2 games against the Giants, and they won both. And that was a big swing day because the Padres were 4 up entering the day. If the Brewers would have gotten swept, for example, they would have gone 5 up that day. But the Brewers pulled to within 3. The Brewers have been decent over the last week. Better than decent. I don't know. I think in their last 10, they're probably 7-3. So they're not rolling over.
No, they're playing good. They're playing very good.
Man, it's just like you're at a point where you're so close to, if the Mets can take a series and you can win a series against the Cardinals, you're really getting closer. So,
I mean, if you could end this week, it's a lot to ask, but you end this week 4 up, right? Because tomorrow,
4 up with 9 to play.
Yeah, tomorrow, you're either 2 up or you're 3 up.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can end the week 4 up, that will be, I think, huge going into the week of the season.
Yeah, I mean, if you're 4 up with 9 to play and you have a tiebreaker, then you should be safe. Famous last
Knock
words.
on wood.
If you're 4 up with 9 to play, that would be bad to lose.
Right.
To lose
and
that
just,
lead.
Yeah. Thank you, Brian, for the super
What's
chat.
up, Brian?
Man, appreciate that.
Thanks, guys, for the supers.
Who do the Padres need to step up most for the final stretch? Also, as a BYU fan, we don't miss the Mountain West much. Thumbs down. Go Cougs. Go Jimmer. Oh, man. Boo.
Interesting super chat. Yeah, that's an interesting super. Sorry about BYU this weekend. Sorry, not sorry. At Autzen against Oregon. But we will see BYU, Brian, in San Diego coming up in just a few weeks for basketball. BYU San Diego State, November 11th.
Yes. Who needs to step up?
Who do you think needs to step up? Who needs to step up? I'll stick with what I said before Musgrove's last start. If Musgrove is vintage Musgrove, they'll be in the playoffs. I said in his final 4 starts, if they can win 3 of them, or even if he wins 3 and gets a no decision, or maybe the team wins that game as well, I thought they'd be in the postseason. I stand by that. Musgrove was great Saturday. If he gives you 3 more excellent starts, this team will be in the playoffs. There's a lot of names you could pull up, obviously, but I think it starts with Musgrove.
I'll stick with who I said, Juan Soto. I think I said Juan Soto, right?
I don't know. I'm not sure. You may have.
Well, if I didn't, I'm saying it now because I want to
Yeah.
see not just a Juan Soto that's hitting like 370, like he did the first 10 games with the Padres. I want to see a Juan Soto that's hitting 370 with like 7 doubles, 3 homers, and like 15 RBIs. Like I want to see a ridiculously hot Juan Soto for the final 15 games of the season.
Yeah, either way, you're good. You're right. I mean, if Soto for the next 15 games is red hot, are you telling me this team goes 4-11? That's impossible to imagine.
Because
So
I
if
think
he's red hot
it's a
like
trickle
that,
down. Trickle down.
yeah,
Everybody, like, I mean, if he goes nuclear these last 15 games, you can't tell me that he doesn't at least have moments as well. And I don't
yep.
feel like he will go into the gutter, and the rest of the lineup, I don't feel like will go in the gutter.
Yeah, no, I agree. If Soto does what you just said, hits 370 with power over the next 15 games, Padres are in. If Machado
Yep.
does that, Padres are in. If Musgrove, can
If
give you
both
3
of them
more,
do that, they are also in.
yeah, definitely. You're right.
Thank you, wrong Juan. He says wrong cat. Brian BYU sucks.
Yeah, you might get a little bit of that here, Brian, but thank you for your support of this channel. We can all be Padres
Yes.
fans, even if we disagree on our college allegiances.
Yes. All right, let's get to Aura here, John. Hold
Yeah,
on. Let me get.
let's do that. Please pull that up. We do want to thank Will, their co-founder, for his support of this channel. This is a great company with all plant-based nutritional products. If you click that button in the bottom right-hand corner, you're going to get 30% off your very first order. Again, 30% off. Just click Build Your Routine, bottom right-hand corner. You'll get 30% off. Will, the co-founders of San Diego. They have offices in Liberty Station right here in San Diego. We had lunch with Will back in August. Great guy, super supportive of this channel, and is a huge Padres fan, but also has got a great company where you can get 30% off your very first order. All plant-based nutritional products. I'm talking about probiotics, something I take every single day from Aura. I've been doing it for months and months and months. It's a great product. It's good for digestion and heart health and mental clarity and a million other things. They have proteins for after workouts. They have pre-workout supplements. They have omega-3 oils, which are great. They have immunity pills and sleep pills. I mean, literally something for everyone. I'm not kidding. So if you want to improve your health, if you have family or loved ones that you'd like to provide products for or purchase products for as well, you got to check them out. ORA.organic. Again, ORA.organic. 30% off your very first order. There's a link down below. But again, if you want to support a business that does business with us, that has San Diego ties, that supports this channel, and if you want to get healthier, check out Aura, ORA.organic, 30% off your very first order.
Yeah, and also check out. I'm gonna pull it up right now. Hold on, because we're talking to Will. We have to give a shout out to Will for also helping turn this thing around here potentially.
That's right. The Reverse the Curse special.
Reverse the Curse special last Friday night. But this new product that they have is called the Work It Performance Plant Protein Powder. It's right there. It says support muscle growth and recovery with their new plant protein, 25 grams of certified organic plant protein per serving with enzymes, probiotics, and tart cherry to support optimal protein absorption and faster recovery. Go check that out right now. It's brand new. They got a couple flavors there. They got chocolate, vanilla, and just a regular unflavored as well. So go to their website, check it out. And when you're checking out, go to Build Your Routine. You get 30% off your first order. And so, yeah, everything you need to live a healthy lifestyle, they'll hook you up, and you'll thank us later.
I'm just looking at some of the conversation right now here in the chat. These just died, didn't they? Can you hear me or no?
No. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, I still have you in one ear. Jesus Christ.
I remember my first time, making sure everything's charged.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. I'm entertained by the chat right now. Let me just say that.
Oh, I see. I see what's going on in the chat right now.
I don't even know.
Oh, welcome, Caitlin, to welcome,
seriously.
Caitlin.
Actually,
Yes.
and I would just say this: if you are, can I just make this? Can I just make this point? If you're a Padres fan, that so many of you guys have been with us live or on replay all year long. I mean, literally thousands and thousands of Padres fans have been with us over the course of the year. I would just say this: if you enjoy the content we produce, whether it's on YouTube or on radio or on social media, can you please let people know? Like, can you point people to us in the wrap up show? Because you know the quality content that we produce. Not to say we're always right, because we're not. We're opinionated. I think we're fair. I think we're unbiased. I think we, obviously over the course of 162, not everyone's going to be right 100% of the time. I mean, that's ridiculous to even, consider. But if you appreciate the work that we do day in and day out, I would just ask, and Jim would ask the same, please point people to the work that we do. I mean, we've made it clear on the radio. We talk San Diego first. We talk Padres first. On the wrap-up show, obviously, we talk it day in and day out after every single game, essentially. So if you appreciate what we do, we appreciate you making people aware and pointing people to the wrap-up show and John and Jim.
Should I? Never mind. I won't even say it. I won't even say it. Never mind. I'll take that. Yeah.
If I had,
when they go high, I'll just whatever.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jake, for the super chat, man. Appreciate it. So 3 for 4, home run, double, and a walk. This is the player San Diego traded for. Yeah, it is. These last 3 games is the player that the Padres traded for. You heard Mark DeRosa Friday morning on MLB. You heard him on our show on Friday afternoon, 3 to 6 on San Diego Sports 760 in town, San Diego. And he kind of, Soto's been called out by a lot of people, not just locally, and Mark DeRosa on MLB Network was like, yo, the Padres traded for a superstar. This guy's not a superstar right now. He's like below average at best. So this weekend, hopefully, is the turnaround for Juan Soto. And Friday night, just go back to Friday night when that late in the game, they're winning by a million runs, right? But Juan Soto drives the ball to the opposite field for a double. And that was like he has not done that in how long? Like it felt like he hasn't done that in like 30 games with the Padres. He finally did it. And then now it's like everything just is different. And Juan Soto, we know, can be just a dominant, game-changing player. And we haven't seen it in San Diego yet until this past weekend, I feel like consistently.
And we all want to see it. I mean, we were both there, Jim, the night he made his Padres debut. I literally went to right field to watch what it was like in that right field corner when he ran out to field his position. And it was like the Beatles were in town. I mean, he's this unbelievable figure, kind of larger than life in this sport. He's put together numbers that very few in the history of the game have ever produced at the age of 23. He gets on base at a similar clip to Ted Williams. I mean, this guy's had a unbelievable first 4+ years in the big leagues, and his future is as bright as anyone in baseball. And has it been the best 3, 4, 5 weeks in San Diego? Of course it hasn't. It really hasn't. But that doesn't mean everything that's happened to this point doesn't mean he can't be the player that he's been at other points in his career moving forward. So hopefully we see the best of Juan Soto over the next 2.5 weeks and into October. And regardless of what we see from Juan Soto, and I've made this point repeatedly, and so have you, Jim, regardless of what we see from Juan Soto, I still believe we're going to see a damn good player in 2023 and 2024 that's capable of helping this team, make playoff runs and maybe even win a World Series. So let's cross our fingers and hope that he can lead this team to a World Series this year. And even if that doesn't happen, that doesn't mean he can't do it in 2023 or 24.
Yeah, I think even with his struggles, we're like, look, he's going to be Juan Soto. Right.
Of course.
We're going to see the Juan Soto that everyone talked about. We're going to see those stretches. We're going to see this guy that is just MVP level, and it was frustrating because everybody knew like it's going to come. It's just like this team needs it now, like they need it right now. And that was the most frustrating part is we weren't seeing that. And we're seeing the complete opposite of that. We're seeing like a player who was completely lost at the plate. The AJ Preller, they got Juan Soto for 3 pennant chases, not 2, 3. And it counts this year too. So if he can have a hot 15 game stretch to end the season, man, that'd be great.
Yeah.
What up, Robert?
And
Shout out from Utah.
Oh, thanks, Robert. Appreciate that, man. We appreciate the support. Thank you guys for hanging out with us tonight. Remember this too, 2019 when they made the postseason, Washington, Soto was not hitting into the postseason, and then he raked at 950 OPS, hit big homer after big home run, specifically in the World Series, Game 6. So he's fully capable, no matter what he does over the next 15 games. If you get in, he's fully capable. No guarantees, but if you get in, he can still lift you or carry you potentially, in the postseason.
Right. He can. All right. Hold on here. I don't have the read in front of me, but there you go.
No, you don't, do you? But yes, thank you for doing this. So if you enjoy the wrap-up show and you want the audio-only edition of this show, make sure to check us out on friersonbase.com. We are the official podcast of friersonbase.com, and we are presented exclusively by Eric Lanier at Higher Impact Financial. Make sure to check him out. If you support this channel, he's a San Diegan and a huge Padres fan. Please support our partners, including Eric Lanier at Higher Impact Financial. That is higherimpactfinancial.com. Huge Padres fan, San Diegan. He's a fiduciary. He specializes in retirement planning. So if you're approaching retirement age and considering it within the next, let's say, 5 years, that's where Eric can really help you. Along with that, if you are younger and you have a young family, for example, and you're looking at the next 15, 20 years and how to plan it out, college education and more, just how to plan your finances, he can help you as well. He's a fiduciary. So again, whether you're younger with a family looking for help with your finances and someone to assist with your financial goals, if you're getting closer to retirement, make sure to check out Eric Lanier. Please support him. He supports this channel. Again, we work with local businesses that support us. So please check him out, higherimpactfinancial.com. And again, our podcast presented exclusively by Eric Lanier at Higher Impact Financial.
You?
There we are. What's that?
Sorry, I thought I lost you. This is from Gus. Jim sucked for a year. John has allowed one bad day.
Are we talking about my internet or my Juan Soto or my Shohei Ohtani is overrated? That would be 2 days.
Well, yeah.
Well, Ohtani, I never promised you good Angels. I never promised you good Angels content.
No, yeah, the Angels content probably not going to be the best here. Yeah, unfortunately. No. But your Soto take was yeesh.
It wasn't a bad take. It's still, he was 3 for 48 and getting booed. Taking a day off would not have been the worst thing.
It wasn't great, John. It wasn't great.
Okay. What about your Manny Machado be better?
And he was better.
Exactly. That's what I was saying. Get Soto fixed.
No, but you said that Shohei Ohtani is the most overrated player in the history of the sport.
Well, that was off the cuff.
He's going to have 15 wins this year, 35 homers.
Well, he's not going to win MVP, thankfully.
Well, yeah, because Aaron Judge is going to have 75 home runs.
Exactly. Yeah, the Judge run is ridiculous. When you are only trailing Maris and Ruth, all-time American League home run total in a season, you've had a good year.
Yeah,
you've had a really good year. All right, we'll be back Tuesday, folks. Please join us on John and Jim. Actually, join us tomorrow morning at 11:30 a.m. if you got a few moments to join us on Weight Room. I don't know how I'm going to do it since I don't have a computer, but join us tomorrow for our question of the day on Weight Room. You can literally join us on screen on Weight Room. So join us coming up at 11:30. What did he say? Did he got me to curse 3 times? When?
Dude, you started the show and you're like, what the fuck?
Oh, I was so pissed. I'm like, gosh. But join us tomorrow in Weight Room, 11:30 a.m. We'll send out a link on social media. Follow us there at John Schaefer, at Jim Russell, SD. Fun way to interact with Padres fans. We will be doing that tomorrow at 11:30 a.m.
What up, CJ? When was I ever called Jimmy R? Who called me Jimmy R?
Oh, you know what you were when you lost some bets on Darren's show. Didn't Darren call you Jimmy R?
Yeah, but it was
Did Jonathan call you that?
No, it was when I lost the bet and I had something about Jimmy.
Yeah, I remember that. Was this Super Bowl bet when the Niners lost?
Yeah, I think it was.
Do you remember that? The Niners lost the Super Bowl?
Yeah, it's great. Thanks a lot. And
did you see the game today when Trey Lance had surgery on his ankle? Please support our partners. Mark Nimitz at Farmers Insurance. He can save you $750 or more on your insurance if you switch to him. Auto, home, renters, life, earthquake insurance. At least they won. And next year they'll be better. I love that. It's so funny when I see real quick, I see the Niners commentary from Jim and Mark Willard and then some random people that are Niners fans. And they're so off base. It's still a playoff roster. Or no, it's still a Super Bowl roster. And I just sit there and laugh. You really think you're going to go to the Super Bowl with Jimmy Garoppolo. Aura, ORA.organic, 30% off your very first order.
I'm going
Just
to
click the
murder you
link
tomorrow.
in the bottom right-hand corner. ORA.organic, probiotics, proteins, omega-3 oils, much, much more. The guy's literally out for a year, Jim. Are you okay with that? Omar Sanchez, Edge Home of Finance. Click the QR code on the screen right now. You can get to his website, loansbyomar.com. Again, loansbyomar.com. Please follow him on Instagram as well, loans.byomar. What's this from Michael? Mark Willard was. Yeah, wow. Wait, hold on. I want him to follow up as to why.
I love Mark.
Why? But I'm asking our viewer why he says that. Is it because he was a supporter of no teams in San Diego?
Fuck, dude, damn. I don't know.
Well, what? I mean, that's by his own admission. He wasn't a San Diego fan, right?
No. But he rooted for the teams when he was here. I mean, that you can do
Right.
that. But guess what?
Yeah, he had
if you're not born in San Diego, you can't even talk, bro. Guess the show's over. Bye.
Hold on. What about the song of the day? Song of the day was good. All right, we'll be back Tuesday.
We'll be introducing a new segment on our show this week called Flippin' Headlines.
Stop. We do have Is That Good tomorrow. Join us tomorrow on John and Jim 3 to 6. Join us tomorrow morning on Weight Room at 11:30 a.m. We'll have a link for you on social media. Please subscribe to this channel. Smash the like button for us. Follow us on Twitter at John Schaefer, at Jim Russell SD. Consider becoming a member by clicking the join button. And thank you guys for your support. I will get a computer fixed in the next, hopefully, 48 hours. Thank you guys. We'll see you tomorrow on the radio, tomorrow in Weight Room. Have a good night. Oh, yeah, Rich was on that. Or Weight Room.
Weight Room, not wait list. Weight Room.
Whatever.
Weight Room.
Dude.
All right. Weight Room, 11:30 a.m. Follow us on Twitter to figure out how to get there. Bye.